Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. I have been telling you that this is going to be the future of cubing. For years and years, have told people, maybe not even through a lot of these videos, that if I was to make a puzzle, the one thing that's missing is just the variation of sizes. I'd make the same puzzle and make it 56 millimeters, 55, 54, maybe 57 when that was cool. But just a few different sizes, maybe like a 56 and a 54 and a half and a 50, but the same puzzle in 3 sizes instead of just one and being like, well, that's good, but I don't like it. If you know what I'm talking about, this cube. Let's get into it. Before we go any further, this is from SpeedCube Shop. Thank you so much for sending this over. So use discount code SCR. You'll save at checkout and you'll help support this channel. I've avoided all other videos on this because I want to open this without knowing anything really about it besides that, hey, there's 3 different sizes. Now, even though SpeedCube Shop sponsors me, I still end up feeling bad having them just send me stuff. So I only got 4 instead of all 6. I got 3 of them with springs, the 56, 55, 54, and then one that is maglev. I find springs often better than maglev, but maybe this one will win out. So let's just dive into it. I think the first thing, 56 millimeter one, that is the sort of standard, or was standard. Back when even 57 was the size that people like their cubes to be, I was using 54 and a half. I was using the Moyu Along Mini, and I'm like, this is what people should be using. And now people are using like the Tornado version 2 and the WRM are 54 and a half. So yeah, Mini is now the new standard. Magnetic box, cards, pamphlet, whatnot, and nothing else besides the cube. I like that. We'll see how we tension this and how we do all of that. As far as just the way it looks on the outside, it reminds me of the Chi-Yi Tornado, meaning it has that circular center, but it's just a little more rounded, or a little more squared off, I mean, than what the GaN one looks like. It's very light in the hands, very light turning. It definitely feels like the GuHong did. It's not, I saw someone online say it's very quiet like the DaYan. It's not already just from that little bit of looking. Twist the juts? Okay. Twist the juts counterclockwise manually. Center distance decreases with the gear numbers. 1 is the largest distance, 5 is the smallest distance. And then disassemble, press, what? Let's do a quick solve. I have people complain, they're like,
just do a solve first, start turning it.
Yeah, it feels fine. It's a very light puzzle. It feels somewhat cheap. It is a cheaper puzzle. It does, though, have a ball core with magnets on the corners. Uh-oh. Forgot which way to put the edge in. Hopefully that was the right way. Let's just do a solve here. That was a weird way of doing that. Nope. Trying to look from behind the camera. Not a great idea. Did I put the edge in correctly? I did. Okay, so feels loose enough where I might have a corner twist. What happens if I turn this up to 5? I can't tell. Let's do it on all. Turns very lightly, very easily. Okay, so that definitely made the cube tighter. It wasn't a compression of springs. And I'm wondering, does this even have spring compression? You can't go the other way. It looks like no spring compression, but you have change of distance. I just made it the tightest. It seemed a little too loose, like I was gonna get possibly a corner twist, but this seems a bit much. It's very fast out of the box. Notice that click at the end. There we go. Very snappy at the very end of it. Super light. Fast, but not uncontrollable. Still think it's a cube that most people would slow down. Okay. Quick question before I unbox the other ones. I notice I use multiple fingers, so if I'm doing, let's say, a T permutation, I'll do first finger and then second finger. How do I finish that? There we go. Do other people do that? Or do people regrip with their index finger? Is that like a violin thing? Anyways, we're going to do 55, we're going to do 54. Let's just unbox them all, and then we'll continue.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I forgot to check which one was maglev before I took them out of the box. So this will be a good test to see if I can figure that out. I need to check something, though, without turning them. So only one of them, again, is maglev, which is going to be one of the 54mm ones. But I want to first check weight, and then also thickness, not just of the cube, but the plastic of each piece. I have a theory. 71, 68.8, 66.2, 73.4. My assumption is that that's maglev then. See how accurate the cube sizes are. Let's zero this out. 54.5. 56.2-ish. 53.8. Okay. I'm just double checking this one. Yeah. Just from the feel of it, I like smaller puzzles. I've been using 54mm ones, and I've been using 54.5. And this felt almost 54. And this one felt smaller, and I was right with my thinking. So this is just slightly over 56. This is just under 55, and this is just under 54. So there is a bit more of a difference. It's slight, but that slight change is definitely noticeable. Okay, oh, I want to check the piece. So the question is, when they slimmed down the design, did they slim down everything? Like even the molds? 76 or 0.76 millimeters, 0.74. Let's just try another piece to see. 0.73, 0.74. Okay, so it just seems like there was a little off on that one. So the plastic is the same thickness, meaning the smaller puzzles feel a little bit more solid than the larger ones by the thickness of the walls to the size of the puzzle ratio. Okay, I'm going to do a bunch of solves, but before I do, I already have a verdict. Nice puzzles, kind of light feeling, so they don't feel as solid as something like the Tornado. They definitely don't feel as quiet as something like the DaYan. But compared to something like a GAN puzzle, they're kind of similar in that airy quality. There's very little adjustments. You have no magnet adjustment, no compression adjustment, only the tightening as if you were tightening a screw. If you were to get one of these, I would say the one that 95% of everyone will prefer is the 55mm, which again is measuring 54.5, which is basically a WRM/Tornado version 2 size. I will be using this one. The main difference I'm feeling between the spring and the maglev is weight. The maglev feels a little heavier than the spring version. Performance, near identical. It does seem like the maglev is actually stronger than the springs. And if that's the case, that's going to be the first time I've ever noticed that. I'm definitely, next time I order anything from Squeaky Shop, I'm going to get the maglev version of the 55, just to see if that is a stronger pull. But for the 54, it feels that way. So if you like a slightly heavier, slightly stronger pull, I guess, yeah, get the maglev. And get the 55mm one. The Chi M Pro. That's what this reminds me of. You can have maglev. It has adjustment by hand. Does not have core magnets, but similar stability. So it's a similar idea. You get core magnets with this. Definitely can feel a click there. So these are also all lubricated out of the box. I'm not going to add anything yet, but I definitely will slow it down at some point because it is lubricated, but it's not a ton. So, okay, with all that said, let's test this out. About this puzzle. So is this going to be the next greatest puzzle? No. It feels like a budget puzzle. It feels like the Chi M Pro in my opinion. But I think this is going to set the new standard. I think more companies are going to come out with different sizes. So you might see the Tornado version 4 or the GaN 15 or whatever it is. It's going to be in maybe 56 and 54.5 or I don't know, 55 and 53 or something like that. So there'll be multiple sizes. That is my prediction. This is what's going to be standard. The puzzle itself, it's fine. Not game changer. Nothing super extraordinary. I honestly don't think the core magnets are making it that much more stable. And I would like spring compression and magnet adjustment as well. So will I be using this? Yeah, it's kind of fun. Will this be replacing my Tornado version 2 core magnetized or the WRM? No, it's not going to replace those, but it's fun. So pick it up if you're interested. Get all 3 or all 6 if you really want to. Again, use discount code SCR to save at checkout and help support the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, keep following Speed Review for more news and reviews.